Hello, hello, my friends. Okay, so this is going to be more of like a training type team call. And just a disclaimer, I don't know if that's the right word, but this is actually going to be our only team call in December because I have this like fire under my belly right now to really use December to simplify, get organized, create systems, get caught up. Because if you're anything like me, you're realizing there's been a lot of changes in 2023. And if you're anything like me, you're like, I feel a little behind. I feel a little confused. I don't even know what to promote or what to sell or what, blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to create another thing for you to need to catch up on. Okay. So use the time that you would have jumped on this team call to catch up on national wake up calls. There is a podcast. Yes. So if you've missed previous episodes, go back and listen to them. I want to give you this time to go back and listen to the Slay Squad calls. Okay. I will be completely honest. I have never watched a single one of those. So I can't even tell you where to find them. I don't even know, but I'm sure they're in the Team Inspiration page somewhere where Micah shared the Slay Squad recordings. Okay. So if you're feeling a little lost and behind, let's lean in. Let's lean into the fire. Sarah Phillips, for those of you who know her, she's one of Ashley's diamonds. And she had the courage the other day to share in the thread that she was having a hard time because she just felt like there's a lot of changes and kind of like what I already said, she just feels lost, isn't sure what to do or what to promote. Okay, go play, okay? Go play a Philly. And it made me realize like, oh, I didn't even like realize that yeah, I kind of feel that too. And that was the thoughts and advice that Ash gave her. And to like, how many national wake up calls and how many Slay Squad calls have you watched in the last 3 months? And Sarah was like, 2. And Ash was like, okay, yeah, like that's why you're feeling a little overwhelmed because you're not close to the fire. If you're close to the fire, you know what's going on, and then you don't even have to be confused, right? So that's where to start. If you're feeling any sort of whatever, okay? So also, with that said, I also have this fire under my belly. Grandman, those are glass. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. He's in destructo baby mode and he was playing with a glass nativity and he's learned how to climb. It's awesome. Okay, so with that said, I also have this fire under my belly to simplify my systems. Okay. And what that means is different for everyone. Okay. But Ash, shush. Hey, go ask Ellie for more. What that means for me and the level I'm at is going to be different for you and the level you're at. Okay. So I will give you some ideas because I feel like sometimes getting ideas helps you to like, oh yeah, that I could do something like that. But please don't think it's like a one size fits all. I need to copy her because that's what she's doing situation, because you need to apply it to where you are at in your business. Okay. So some of the things that I'm doing to simplify are like every time it's Spirit Week, I get a little frazzled because I'm like, oh crap, like it's tomorrow and I got to reach out to my assistant and let's think of ideas and okay, make the graphics and okay, now I got to communicate to this. And it's almost always last second. Okay. Is Spirit Week a surprise? No, we always do Spirit Week. Okay. What if I thought of 5 things, and really it's only 4 because Wednesday is always where epic amounts of pink. Okay. What if I think of 4 things times 12 and just make sure I don't have repeats, and I just come up with like 48 ideas and we make the graphics now and save it in a Google Drive? Is that a good idea? Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. And it took me a long time to figure out that good idea. Okay. Literally sent her a message this morning. I don't have an assistant right now, like anybody. Zero, zip, zilch, nada. She is one, but she wants me to find a replacement in January. Okay. So what should I do with my bod group? I'm probably going to simplify. I'm not 100% sure about this, but right now I've been having her, my assistant, schedule content and do I check in there? No, I don't. I really don't. Okay. Like ever. And so either I'm going to start checking in there and logging my workout on my Shakeology and then just having like my daily post be like our health bet tracker and just like being accountable for the day and let other people who are not paying full price or like they're not active, whatever, you guys know the rules of being in my health bets. Okay. If they're not able to be in the health bet, they can still do the health bet with us. They don't get the one-on-one group Marco Polo aspect of it, but they can still do it with us. So guess what? That would eliminate the need for my assistant. That would eliminate my need to pay for the Mompreneur VA content every month. And that would make me actually show up in my group. Okay. All right. I could do that. Like that's simple, right? I'm already doing those things. It's just easy enough to just share it real quick. And then I don't have to pay somebody to do things that I'm not even checking in on. Okay. Another thing that I'm doing to simplify is I used to, and please don't hear this. I'm like, oh, I don't have to like do work anymore. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. I used to live by this thing right here. And making sure that I checked every box every day. And I've been doing that for 8.5 years. And it just is getting not that fulfilling anymore. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I just, I'm broken or something's wrong with me, or maybe I don't like being a coach anymore. No, it's because it is really hard to check every single one of these boxes, plus all of these other individualized boxes that I have that are not on here because I have a team to mentor and nutrition bootcamp calls and the Spirit Week things. And then I'm trying to like implement coaching, life coaching on other sides of things. And then on here is not really anything about XYZ emails and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I got on a call with Micah in her Ignite Your Life course last week. And she talked about how, to be honest, she's never really followed the tracker like this. She does the things, she just does it in batches. So instead of like every single day doing the same things over and over again, she just like, you know what, today I'm going to add to my network and I'm going to go freaking ham on adding to my network. And for my power hour today, I am gonna go add like a freaking boss and connect with a whole bunch of new people. And that's what she does for an hour. And other days she's like, no, it's connection day. I'm gonna go wish absolutely everybody a happy birthday on Monday on my Facebook. And then I'm just gonna reply to those messages for an hour and chat with people about their birthday plans. Yep, that's my work session. And then other days she's like, all right, I just did a bomb freaking transformation post. I'm going to spend an hour inviting all those people for my post and then back and forth messaging. Are you hearing like a common thread? There's like some back and forth messaging. And she talked about how her inbox is a part of her business. Okay. It's not just the add, connect, invite, follow up part. It's also the back and forth messaging and answering people's questions. Okay. And that's really where the money comes from, right? You either get to the no fast, or you get to the yes fast, or you get to the, okay, I'll follow up with you and whatever. But if you're taking days and days and weeks to get to that point, then it's going to take forever, right? Some days it's follow-up day. And she's like, all right, I'm going to follow up like a freaking boss. And Ash talked about this too in her call that I had you guys asked you to watch last week. Hopefully you were able to watch that because it was so good. But she talked about how she sent like 400 follow-ups in one day, and then she just like doesn't have to follow up again for like a month. Okay. So I know that's a lot. And I know Ash is at a level that none of us are at. So none of us are going to have 400 follow-ups to do in a day, but I love that concept. And Micah talked about on that Ignite Your Life call that like you are the CEO of your own business and you know what you need to do today. You know the most important thing. And so like last week, when it was the BOGO buy one, get one free sale thing, the old me would have been like, well, first I got to add and connect and post and invite and follow up. And then I can send an email about the buy one, get one free, because that's like extra credit. Emails are extra credit. No, that day they were the credit. Okay. They were all the credit. And I should have done it a lot. I waited till the last freaking day to email all my like renewal people about it. And some people were like, I wish I had heard about this before today. And I'm like, yo, Body has been sending you emails for, sorry you didn't see those, but anyways, it's good. But now I'm following up with those people and saying like, I'm sorry we missed out on helping you get the buy one, get one free, Body, but we do still have this $60 off promotion where we can add a supplement with it. If you don't know what that is, it's normally $220 to get the Body annual renewal plus a supplement. Okay. But people who have Body right now can renew for $40 off, and you have your $20 code still. So you can help them get a year of Body and a supplement for $160, which is the price it used to be. Okay. So I'm like all about helping my people get that. And if I remember correctly, it is good until February. Okay. So I'm reaching out to pretty much everyone between that it renews between now and April to let them know about this sale because it is worth their money. And some people, it's just like planting the seed. They're like, I don't want to renew yet. Like I'm not up till April. And I like, okay, would you like me to follow up with you in February when it's like the sale's almost over? And they're like, oh yes, please, let's do that. Okay. So, but you can plant the seed. Okay. So, you know, all that to say, you know what your business needs. Sometimes you don't need to add to your freaking network. Sometimes you don't need to invite. Sometimes you don't need to follow up. Sometimes you do need to add to your network and you need some new eyes and you need some real connections with people. Sometimes you do need to follow up like a freaking boss. Sometimes you do need to spend the whole hour just going and getting ready for the day and taking pictures so that you have a whole slew of pictures to use on those days that you need a picture. I'm going to change my outfit. I'm going to take a picture with my kids. I'm going to put on my swimsuit. I'm going to take a before picture. I'm going to take a couple selfies. I'm going to actually make my bed and do a couple of whatever. This angle versus that angle versus this one. I'm going to take some pictures with my spouse because I actually look freaking cute today. Okay. Like that can be your work that day. That for an hour, you're just like doing a photo shoot. So you have this whole library of pictures to use for your posts in the future. Same concept. You can take your whole hour that you're doing your work and create a whole bunch of reels. If you've got those creative juices flowing and you're like, oh, I could do a reel about this and a reel about this and a reel about this. I've been guilty of just making a list. And then later I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't even remember what that was supposed to be. When I could have, instead of spent the time to add and connect and invite and follow up and post and stories every single day. There's nothing wrong with that. But also, if I'm like vibing with a certain thing, like go for it. And you're going to be coming at it from a way more high energy place than trying to like, oh, okay, turn off that part of my brain. Now switch to this part of my brain. Okay, now turn off that part of my brain and go to this part of my brain. And when you get to the point where you're sending emails, what if instead of writing an email every single Wednesday and trying to pull content from the thin air, what if you sit down and like this hour, I'm going to write out all my emails and I'm going to look back at the last months of my posts. Which ones were good? Which one can I repurpose? Which one can I turn into an email? Which one can I blah, blah, blah. Oh, I know that this and this and this program are coming out soon. I'm going to schedule out some emails that are announcement emails to let people know what's coming, right? All that to say, we can still find joy in the work. Okay. And this concept has been like huge for my brain to like, what do I want to do today? Like, and it's made me like excited to work again. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's not stupid also. Okay. Because if you don't find joy in doing the work, this business is optional. It is. No one's going to fire you. I mean, you can quit, obviously, but no one's going to fire you. No one's holding you to it. It's kind of extra. It'd be nice if whatever, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes it just gets shoved to the back burner. But when you find the joy in the journey, I know it's cliche, but hello, it's cliche for a reason, right? When you find the joy in the work, in the grind, that's when results start to happen. And your energy is so much higher because people are like, oh, she like actually likes this. Instead of like, hey, you should come join my team. It's kind of boring. And I'm just saying this because I'm supposed to, but you should come join me. Okay. Like people can feel that. Yes. So I want to invite you this December to really get clear with yourself about what's kind of broken right now in your systems. How can you simplify? How can you bring joy back into your business? You are the CEO. You know what you need. Okay. No one else that I know of does Spirit Week. Okay. That was just something we kind of did one December and I loved it. And I was like, I'm doing this every freaking month because this is dang fun. Okay. And I've never let it go because I love that stuff. What do you love? Do more of it. Okay. Bring joy into your business. And I really want to invite you to like sit down with your thoughts, with a piece of paper and a pen, and write it out. Write out your ideas that you have for what's kind of broken. What can I simplify? How can I bring joy back into my business? Okay, those three things. What's kind of broken? What can I simplify? And how can I bring joy back into my business? Okay. And again, I just gave you those ideas to get your wheels turning. Okay. Another idea that I had is Ditto. Okay. If you don't know about Ditto, please know about Ditto. Message me if you don't know what that is, but cleaning it out. Cause that was one thing that I had to do for homework for Ignite Your Life. And it was huge to like, I don't even know where this script is from. Okay. But like updating them. Could I make this different? Could I use words that I actually like? Is there a script that I'm missing that I keep not whatever? Could I have better no responses? Do I need whatever? Clean it out, make it organized. Okay. Get yourself organized. Okay. And then, last two thoughts that I had were to truly schedule it in. Okay. To make the time to work your business and then actually do it when it's time to. Okay. Because that's definitely something that I've been struggling with the last little bit. And I think it was mostly because I wasn't finding joy in the work that like when it would come time to work, it was like, I don't want to, I'm going to go take a nap instead or fold my laundry, but you guys know how much I hate folding laundry. So the fact that I was choosing to fold my laundry over doing some work is like a real red flag. Okay. So, but when it comes time to do the work, do the work. Okay. And I mean, you guys know always, right? Why are you doing this? And why Beachbody? Why body? Sorry. I loved Ash asked that question too, that I was like, what? I don't get it. But she talked about like, what's your why? Like your familial non-body words, why? Why are you doing this? Okay, I want to pay for my backyard. Okay, I want a beautiful backyard and I don't want to go into debt for my beautiful backyard. Okay, but why body over everything else you could do to make money? Over going back to work, over working part-time, over teaching English for people who live in another country, over Monate, over whatever network marketing company you like. Okay, why this one? Why did you choose this one? Okay, and really remembering that for yourself and getting clear on it. Okay, so again, this is the last call for December. But we will do a Spirit Week high. Okay, so mark your calendars for 9:30 a.m. on the last Wednesday, 27th. Okay, so it'll be, oh, Spirit Week's gonna be after Christmas this year. Maybe we'll switch it, because I like doing it the week before Christmas because I think it's fun. So the 20th. So 2 weeks from today, we'll do Spirit Week high. Okay, the 20th. Because it's like Winter Wonderland and like Grinch and like Christmassy stuff. So it'd be weird if we did it after. So the 20th, okay? To finish off, I want to read you 2 different quotes. Okay, I'm reading Chasing Cupcakes again. I haven't finished it before, but I restarted it and I'm committed to working through it. Okay, so she's talking about like making things hard versus making things easy. Okay, so I want to read this list to you. It says hallmarks of the hard road: valuing novelty or new approaches and intensity over consistency, putting off until later what you don't feel like prioritizing today, focusing on your skill set more than your mindset, investing energy in the problem instead of acting on the solution, making yourself a victim of factors outside your control, making decisions based on emotion instead of principle, trying to do everything right instead of focusing on doing the right thing, talking yourself into an excuse instead of talking yourself into progress, focusing more on the journeys and opinions of others than on your own. I thought that was a very powerful list. Okay, because I know, and there's been seasons in my business where I've absolutely taken the hard road. And then there's been seasons where I've taken the easier road. And I want to read you the list, that list. Value consistency over intensity and novelty. Win the moment you're in. Leave yesterday and tomorrow out of it. Commit to improving your mindset and perspective every day. Invest your energy in creating solutions instead of making a case for the validity of the problem. Take advantage of all that is within your control and don't waste energy or place blame on what you can't control. Practice principle-based responses instead of emotionally infused reactions. Focus on doing the right thing instead of doing all the things right. Keep your eyes on your own work. Waste no energy comparing your journey to someone else's. Seize every opportunity to break away from past patterns that don't serve you. Okay? You are 100% in control of which approach you choose. The easy road or the hard road. Okay? Last thing I wanted to read you comes from U Squared. Some of you got this at Summit. If you were at the Summit it was like the fake summit that wasn't put on by Body, but put on by like the Superstar 6 or whatever. We were in Florida, St. Petersburg. This was like the summit present, but if you don't have it, let me know and I'll buy it for you because I love it. Okay. Reading a story from that. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees about an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short life energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy. Try harder, but it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks. With only a fraction of the effort now being wasted, it could be free of this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach, something dramatically different? How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offer the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. Are you okay? It may not offer any real promise for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. Okay? I love that. I love that story. And it has stuck with me so many times that like literally the fly is going to die because it was unwilling to just look another way and try a different approach. So I want to invite you in your own life. Where are you literally killing yourself? Where can you fly in a different direction? Try a new approach and absolutely achieve the success and the outcome that you're looking for. Okay. I freaking love you. I freaking believe in you. Okay. And I'm so excited to watch you use December to get unstuck, to get more organized, to get caught up in your brain and in your heart wrapped around what it is that you want, what you're pushing for, what you're advertising, because literally, truly, if you advertise for everything, you're going to be confused and so are your people. So you pick the thing that you love, that you're on fire about, and run with it. Okay? Yeah, even Randman is shaking his head. Yes. Oh yeah, baby. Huh. Okay. I love you. Mandy, anything you want to add or ask before I let you go? No. Okay. All right. Bye, recording friends. Mandy, stay on and we'll take a picture.